Mr. Redding, I'd like to purchase some of these fizzing whizbees, please. I called out to the older gentleman taking inventory of his shop's stocks near some shelves where Beatrice stood.
Sebastian, I officially have all of my supplies.
Excellent.
Did you get what you needed for your sister?
I did. So I suppose the world is our oyster now. Let's see what else we can get up to. Fancying some of these bonbons?
Doubt I'd relish the idea of chewing on one as they tend to explode, or so I've read.
I watched as she waved her field guide in hand before she tucked it in the confines of her robe. Surely you've at least been tempted to sample some of Mr. Redding's wares? They're blatantly put on display for a reason, you know. I crossed my arms, smiling cheekily at her.
I did help myself to a slice of that berry-filled cake on the counter, and while I adore seeing how the doxyfloss is made, I'd say I'm partial to the fizzing whizbees that makes one float.
I take it you haven't had the chance to try those out then? This made Beatrice's gaze follow where I nodded at, though she only narrowed her eyes suspiciously at me as she read the display showcasing pepper imps. Oh, come now. I promise it's completely harmless. Give it a try. I waggled my brows at her to look more convincing, which elicited a soft giggle from her as she hesitantly reached for a wrapper. I knowingly took a small step back as she unwrapped and ate the tiny black sweet that was inside, which then resulted in her breathing out fire. Truthfully, completely harmless. But I didn't account for her coughing fit after, though.
I don't like spicy flavors that much, actually.
She wheezed past her words with a hand over her mouth. Her eyes now glistened with unshed tears. Slowly panicking, I was just about to treat her to a bottle of pumpkin fizz when an entertaining display caught my sights instead. Here, let's try this instead.
Sebastian.
I promise this will make you feel better. Just this once, please?
Just this once, all right.
All right, let's both take a random biscuit. No peeking, and just eat it. Ladies first, I insist. I couldn't help thinking that Beatrice looked absolutely done with me for the day, just popping the whole cracker into her mouth with a crunch when... I watched as her look of shocked wonder slowly had her lips pursing, when I immediately popped my chosen cracker in my mouth and hoped to Merlin it was one that would make her laugh instead. This then resulted in an awkward silence between us until a corner of Beatrice's mouth quirked. Suffice to say, Mr. Redding proved to have a great sales strategy, as he now rang up a tin of the enchanted animal crackers that Beatrice now decided to purchase. I dare say you definitely make a ton of noise with that lot. I nodded towards her held purchase, pulling the door open for her as we exited Honeydukes.
I can think of more than one of my housemates will find these treats entertaining, I suppose.
From the building! Away from the village!
Beatrice, look out!
Are we weakening him at all?
Keep at it! We'll wear them down eventually.
Take them! Stupid guy! Sebastian, move! Stupid guy! Hey, pea-brain!
What was that?
A taste of his own medicine.
Nicely done!
Confringo!
Look out! Leviosa!
Only after we were done with the town circle's repairs did Beatrice manage to get a good look at me again.
Oh my goodness, Sebastian!
What? I then felt something warm trickle down the right side of my temple.
You're bleeding! It could be a serious head injury.
Doubtful of that. I've been told to have quite the hard head. Huh. My breath then caught in my throat as Beatrice came close, her hand gently cradling my face.
We still can't risk it, don't move. Episky.
Sss. I still winced at the quick stitch that came with the spell, only opening my eyes after the blood was completely wiped off.
Tajeo. There. I've managed to seal back all the exclusive knowledge you still have yet to share with me at this point.
Beatrice smiled cheekily up at me, to which I couldn't help but tease back. Do I at least now look presentable to you, my fair lady? I noticed the moment I asked that question, how she seemingly studied my face, as if it was the first time she was actually seeing me, clearly seeing how her viridescent irises widened just a fraction, as her lips parted in a sort of wonder. The tips of her fingers were about to trail their way down the side of my face in a gentle caress when...
Oh, hello there. A moment if you would.
The sudden greeting towards us made Beatrice instantly remove her hand, stepping away from me as if she was caught doing something she shouldn't.
We should go and see what he wants.
She had said in a rush, and I couldn't help the silly grin I was now obviously sporting as I watched her almost dutifully follow after Mr. Hill.